Alright guys, so the Pokemon Generation 5 hype is starting to ramp up like crazy right now. Even the Pokemon company themselves are starting to add so much to this hype right now. Like, they've recently been making some community tab posts hyping up Gen 5, and they also even posted the Reshiram cutscene from Pokemon Black on their Instagram, especially because we have this brand new TCG set which fully focuses on Unova, which I think they're not just doing that for a coincidence. I personally think that Gen 5 remakes are just around the corner, and that's the reason why they dropped this new TCG set on us and why they've been hyping this up recently. And I really think that if they announce Pokemon Gen 5 remakes next year on Pokemon Day, I think it'd be so fitting because if you guys don't know, they actually tried to kind of revamp the Pokemon series with Gen 5. Like, Pokemon Black and White were the first games where we actually couldn't use Pokemon from previous generations up until the post game. So just that alone kind of seems like they were trying to do a soft reset of the series, but we can take that even a step further and just look at some of the similarities from Pokemon in the Gen 1 Pokedex versus the Gen 5 Pokedex. I think there's a lot of Pokemon in Gen 5 that just seem like a new revamped version of one of the OG Pokemon. So, and then the fact that on top of everything I just said, that new TCG set that I just mentioned only features Pokemon from Unova. And something else that's kind of interesting about it is that this is the first TCG set that we've ever gotten, which has two counterpart releases just like they do with the games. If you guys don't know, the new sets are called Black Bolt and White Flare, and adding that aspect towards the soft reset idea, the only other recent set that they've done where they've only focused on Pokemon from one generation was of course 151, and obviously that's Gen 1 Pokemon, so I don't think that's a coincidence either. And I think the names of this set being Black Bolt and White Flare are also not for no reason. I think that actually might be the names of the Gen 5 remakes that we end up getting on the Switch too. So just based on that, it kind of seems like, you know, these are going to be faithful remakes of the OG Gen 5 games. I don't know what they're going to do with Black and White 2. Hopefully they would try and incorporate some storyline from both of those games, because me personally, I think Black and White 2 was better than Black and White 1. I saw Black and White 2 was so well done. In my opinion, those are the best Pokemon games we've ever gotten. But of course, the original Black and White games were also amazing as well. To me, those are the second best games in the series right after Black and White 2. So I'd honestly still be happy if we got a remake based on either of these, but obviously if I had to choose, it'd be Black and White 2, but that's why I'd hope they'd kind of, you know, mix the stories of these together. I feel like that'd be super cool, but unfortunately what this means is that we're not going to get a third sequel into the Black and White series, which a lot of people were kind of hoping for, that we'd get a Black and White 3 game or something along those lines. But if these TCG sets mean anything, and if these are actually what the games are going to be called, then it doesn't seem very likely to me, but we really never know what's going to happen. I can't wait to see what they end up doing with this, but I just want to say quick, I'm trying to hit 20,000 subscribers on my channel, so if you guys don't mind helping me reach my goal and you guys want to see more Pokemon videos like this one in the future, then I really appreciate it if you decide to subscribe. But yeah, back to the topic of the video. So obviously if Gen 5 was meant to be kind of a soft reset of the series, then what better way for them to celebrate the 30th anniversary than to give us a Gen 5 remake on the Switch too? Because I also just think that Gen 5 kind of stands out as the most unique Pokemon region and the most unique Pokemon games that we've gotten in the series so far. So in my opinion, those would definitely be the best games to remake to celebrate this. So to me, that's just another reason to build hype about these possible Gen 5 remakes. But with everything I mentioned in this video, these Gen 5 remakes that have been talked about for so long are starting to look more and more likely to happen. And the last thing I wanted to mention in this video is that I don't think we should expect these games to get the BDSP treatment. I don't think that's going to happen, because with all the backlash that game got and how it just wasn't very well received, I don't think that they would do that again, especially with such a fan favorite generation. I know a lot of you guys are going to say that Gen 4 was another one of those super fan favorite generations, but I think that that's why they gave us Legends Arceus, to be honest, because obviously that game was a total refreshment to the series. Like, we had never seen any other Pokemon games like that one before, and honestly I thought they did a great job with that. So I think that was kind of their attempt at pleasing all the Gen 4 fans and giving them something super good to play. But yeah, anyways guys, let me know what you guys think about everything I said in this video. If you guys think that these Pokemon posts mean anything, if we really should expect Gen 5 remakes soon, and if you guys think these new TCG sets mean anything, or if this is all just a big coincidence. Also, like I mentioned before, I'm trying to hit 20,000 subscribers, so if you guys don't mind helping me out to reach my goal, I would extremely appreciate you guys. And also, this week's membership shout out goes to Real Aaron, so thank you bro for being a member. And if you guys want a chance at your own shout out just like that one, you guys can consider becoming a member, but no pressure whatsoever, like I said. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.